We are having a party today on The Woe Show with some of the web's leading fashionistas. But what are the issues that you find women are most hungry for in terms of fashion once they get up there into their 40s, 50s, 60s?
A lot of women are struggling with their changing bodies, so they don't know how to cope with that. And they also don't like to show everything about their body.
My readers struggle with is this, this new person that still has the 20-year-old inside and is attracted to the high shoes and the shorter skirts, but yet, I don't know, should I have that on?
But another common problem that we find at Fabulous After 40 is that women's lifestyles are changing. Maybe they were in the corporate world and all of a sudden they're opening their own business out of their home, and you have to dress totally differently, or they're kind of semi-retiring and they're traveling a lot and they don't know what to wear. So it's how to dress chic but casually is a really big problem.
How to look good, feel good, and do good. How do I dress myself stylishly and do it in an ethical manner?
I kind of feel this is when women come into their own, when you're less worried about what people think, when you feel more your authentic self. And it almost seems like an unbelievable confounding issue that at the time you feel like you want to be out there, the fashion world or the culture is telling you, no, follow these rules, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. So what is your feeling about, and anyone jump in here, what's your feeling about having a set of expectations or rules for women at any age?
Well, I'll speak to that. I mean, I think, first of all, the philosophy at Fabulous After 40 is, fashion should be fun. It's not something heavy-duty and serious. It should be fun. It should be an expression of your true self.
Just like the crown on your head.
Yeah, just like the crown on my head. If I like it, it's good for me. But it should be fun. It should be an expression of who you are. And I find that after 40, 40s, 50s, and 60s, women really want to express who they are. That maybe in their 20s and 30s, they had certain roles to fulfill. They had to be the mother, or they had to be the, they were going on dates and they had to look a certain way or whatever. And in their 40s, the focus is on them, and they're exploring who they are, and they want to, show their true self through their clothing. So I think it is really important. Sure, there's always certain guidelines, but it has to do more with your body and your personality. You really should be expressing who you are through dressing, because that's what's going to give you real joy in life, being your authentic self.
When you feel comfortable in your clothes and your personality is shining through, then you actually look better. And it doesn't matter what kind of physical attributes you have. A lot of those old rules kind of can go out the window, I think, if we're doing it with enough confidence, and you can pull it off.
Is what I do these days a lot. For example, a lot of women feel that, like myself, I usually don't wear shirts or dresses that are that short, but I then wear them over pants, which some people think is a weird thing to do. But I mean, it's a great look for women.
I love that look. I love it.
You can reuse your clothes that you might not feel completely comfortable in anymore and use them in different ways.
People are not as comfortable with their bodies, and so they start to hide, and they start to hide flaws, and they sort of start taking pieces of their wardrobe and putting them in the bottom of the closet and never wearing them again, which is kind of sad.
And now the clothes are so much fun, and there's such a wide range, which makes it frustrating, but also opens up what you can do.
Women always try to tame themselves as they get older, but the ones that look the best are often a bit wilder. Thinking about age all the time is the biggest prison women can make for themselves. I think that second sentence, thinking about age all the time is the biggest prison that women can put themselves in, is so true. I'm going to claim my age. On my blog, I claim it, and I just say, look, we're going to show women here over 45. We're beautiful. We have beautiful insides and outsides, and we're going to show the world that we can be beautiful. The Advanced Style blog, I mean, there's women there that are in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they are stunning and an inspiration to me, and I read him every day just so I can remember I can still be beautiful 30 years from now.
So what would be the one best piece of advice you would give to women as they're getting a little bit older to get more comfortable about what they're wearing?
Well, my big thing is color. I think a lot of women fall into a dumpy rut. you know, with style. They are not feeling good about themselves. They're not feeling confident, and maybe they don't even know it, but they start hiding behind black.
Look for the things that feel good on your body. I mean, you can go through your wardrobe and you can see the things that you wear over and over again because they feel good.
Concentrate on a nice silhouette. It's the golden ratio of dressing, but it works in every part of life, also in design. If you create a nice silhouette, you usually feel good about it and you look good.
You know, I think definitely people should go on a lot of these blogs and get information on some of these ways that you can adapt these styles that we all still want to wear and make it work for you.
If you get a really hip flat shoe, or you know, like, you can go wild with shoes. There's no rules.
Well, I want something with some shape because my body's changing and I want to give it some form. I want something that's hip and cool but not so trendy I'm going to look like a desperate teenager.
I'm constantly in my head, whether I'm getting dressed or buying something, am I too old to wear this?
If you wear that with confidence, you can wear anything. I mean, that's what the ladies of Advanced Style have proved.
When you're in those middle years, we're very hard on each other. We judge each other as we walk by. We think, what was she? I'll say, what was she thinking wearing that? Or, you know, we wouldn't do that to someone who is 80 because it's kind of cute. It's kind of Betty White-ish, and we kind of give that person some leeway.
I mean, I think a lot of people go out of the house and they don't really realize that their clothing is saying quite a lot about them. More women spend time thinking about what is the communication, what is the message I want to deliver when I walk out the door. Look around and think about who it is, whose style do you like.
Yeah, just say go to the mall or go downtown or go wherever you think there are some stylish women and start sitting there and looking at them and taking mental notes about what they're wearing and thinking, gee, I like that, I don't like that. And the ones that you like, kind of dissect them, you know, kind of think, okay, so what are they doing right? Okay, they've got the boots and they've got the little top, you know. And then the more you watch these women, the more you analyze them, the more you're going to figure out what you like. And then you're going to buy those things, and then when you look in the mirror, you're going to know, does that look age appropriate?
I mean,
right?
That's why blogs are so good, because there's now so many women over 40 bloggers. I mean, and if you don't know what to find, and I've got a whole list of them, there's more than 200 of them. So, I mean, there's bound to be somebody that has the same body or has the same style as you, and then, you know, you can take inspiration from that as well.
I agree. And I also think another thing is Pinterest. I spend a lot of time on there, and my two most popular boards for my blog are hairstyles for women over 45, especially that one, and fashion for women over 45.
The answers are on the internet.